Welcome to Worldwide Weddings TV, hosted by Miss Jennifer Janae Rabe of Ask Janae Today. You're definitely in good hands. A seasoned and professional host and certified wedding specialist. Definitely the industry's best. Watch out for our weekly episodes. You'll be excited to watch them all. This is where you can have fun while learning how to plan your special day. Brought to you by Worldwide Weddings PH, helping Filipino brides and grooms around the world. Welcome to Worldwide Weddings TV, hosted by Miss Jennifer Janae Rabe of Ask Janae Today. You're definitely in good hands. A seasoned and professional host and certified wedding specialist. Definitely the industry's best. Watch out for our weekly episodes. You'll be excited to watch them all. This is where you can have fun while learning how to plan your special day. Brought to you by Worldwide Weddings PH, helping Filipino brides and grooms around the world.
welcome to Worldwide Weddings TV, the online TV show of Worldwide Weddings PH. Of course, my name is Janae Rabbit, professional host and certified wedding specialist of AJT Events Management, also known as hashtag Ask Janae Today or Everyday with Janae. So, of course, here in Worldwide Weddings TV, we feature different wedding experts nationwide and we learn wedding planning while having fun. Tonight's episode is brought to you by Aja Deliveries, more than just deliveries, but a delivery concierge, and of course, BNI Supreme, the most successful business referral organization of its type in the world. And of course, last but not the least, virtualexpo.ph and Anilao Awari Bay. Isama na din natin si wheninmanila.com. All right. So, hello, Philippines, and hello, world. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome. This is the 13th episode of Worldwide Weddings TV. If you are a Filipino and you are planning to get married in the Philippines, then you are definitely in the right place because every Friday night, we want you to make it your weekly habit to tune in and learn from different wedding experts. Excited na ako sa wedding expert natin tonight. Naging guest din natin siya last weekend in our community event. But this time, we're doing a special feature just on her. And to showcase, of course, her expertise. But before that, let's do a time check. Singapore, 9 p.m. UAE, 5 p.m. UK, 1 p.m. USA, 8 a.m., at least in some parts. In Australia, 12 midnight. And of course, this show is in alignment with the upcoming first and only nationwide online bridal fair happening now, actually, all the way to August 1, 2021, yun yung ating virtual wedding expo. It is an online bridal fair, Worldwide Weddings Expo Philippines. So, to all our viewers tonight, if you comment down below, if you like, tag, and share, then you will get a chance to win 150 pesos load. Diba? Like and watch and win ang tawag doon. Just watch and you can win 150 pesos. Matututo pa kayo. So, let's go and introduce tonight's wedding expert. Is a wedding planner and host. She's founder of EIMAJ, Events Planning and Coordination Services, and she's the secretary of BUESO or BWESO, Baguio Weddings and Events Suppliers Organization. Of course, no other than Miss Jamielyn Yaneza, our beautiful poster on Spotlight EIMAJ Events. But before we bring her on stage, syempre, we want to showcase first some of her sample work. So, why don't we all watch this? Good evening again. So now let's bring on stage Miss Jamie.
Good evening. Good evening, Miss Janae, and good evening to all our viewers.
All right, we're so glad to have you on the show. So, para sa mga followers mo naman, Miss Jamie, why don't you give a special shout out to them? Paano ba binabate ang mga nasa Baguio? Meron bang ibang language or dialect doon? Or Tagalog pa din?
Actually, mixed tayo sa Baguio. Sabi nga nila
Okay.
melting pot daw. So, we have
Oo.
English, usually English Filipino,
Okay.
Ilocano din kasi. And then we have all the
Ilocano.
other dialects of the mountains. So, medyo marami siya.
In the mountains. So, do you know any dialects, Miss Jamie?
Um, Ilocano, but Ilocano naman kasi is all over, no? Marami tayong mga
Yes.
kalapit na provinces na
Uh-huh.
Ilocano din, like La
Yes.
Union, Ilocos mismo,
Uh-huh.
diba?
Yes. So, paano
So,
natin binabati ang ating mga Ilocano viewers?
paano nga ba natin binabati ang Ilocano viewers? Actually, nagbabati, alam nyo, kapag pinag-host ako ng Ilocano wedding, I usually step back. Kasi hindi ko yan forte. Yan. So usually I
Uh-huh.
just greeting everyone or magandang gabi sa ating lahat. Ganyan. So in Ilocano, bakit parang at this point nalilimutan ko yung pagbati ko ng Ilocano? Siguro kasi I rarely say that.
So, ibig sabihin in Baguio, it's mainly using English and Filipino as well. Okay.
Yes.
Ayan. So, sa lahat ng mga supporters ni Miss Jamie, why don't you comment down below EIMAJ events? Okay, sana wag kayo wrong spelling, no? Comment down below EIMAJ events. Tama ba yung basa ko, Miss Jamie?
Tama.
EIMAJ?
Galing mo
Tama,
doon.
okay. Ayan. So, comment down below EIMAJ events, EIMAJ events, EIMAJ events. Remember, when you interact in our show, you get a chance to win 150 pesos load by the end of the show. All right. So, Miss Jamie, syempre, no, ang topic natin ngayon is to talk about having a wedding planner, like what it means to have a wedding planner and what it means also with the word yung wedding coordinator. Medyo may ano kasi dun medyo tricky siya. But it seems like it's the same thing, but it's actually there's certain differences to that. So, yan ang ating pag-uusapan. But before that, we want to find out, Miss Jamie, how did you start as an event planner? Why don't you give all our viewers a great background story on how you became an event planner?
Ayan, alam niyo ba, pati yung mga staff ko noon, nung bago sila sa team ko, they asked me this question. So I guess it's an interesting story for me because personally, I started off assisting my, parang my sister-in-law in arranging certain events. And then when I was also younger, me among my friends, usually kami yung mga tiga-handa ng mga surprise. Kaya nung mga high school, elementary ako, hindi ako nasusurprise kasi kasama ko dun sa team na nagsusurprise sa mga kabarkada. So it started off that way actually. When I reached college, so parang ang ginawa ko kasi was to experience just being a runner, 'di ba? Yung mga ganon. And then when I reached college, there was a time that I was asked also to choreograph cotillion for a debut naman. So, go. Parang I think what I did was to say yes to every opportunity that is related to an event. So, sabi mag-choreograph ako ng cotillion because I used to be a member of dance troupe. So, go, sabi ko naman. So, I tried that. And then, nung tumagal din, there was this time that we had to organize yung buong debut ng aming kabarkada. So we prepared everything, we helped with the invitations, with the program, with hosting. Siyempre dahil kami yung barkada, kami na rin nag-intermission. Yung mga ganong experience. And then through time, when I reached somewhere, fourth year college, there was this opening for an internship in an events company. So I grabbed the opportunity and then I got to experience further how it is to assist sa event. Sa amin naman when we were in the registration area, usually ganon di ba? You try to assist different aspects. So I experienced it little by little until I got a break. Parang one of my friends said, ikakasal yung pinsan ko. Di ba nag-events ka naman? Di ba alam mo naman to? And then we tried it. It was successful. So we started from everything as in from scratch. And then from that event, I met other suppliers. Tapos from there, I think it never stopped. Yan, tuloy-tuloy na siya. And then I ended up working with other suppliers, building my network, until eventually I was confident enough to put up my own company, events company. Actually, nauna kong i-put up yung aking events company before I became comfortable with hosting. Kasi it's like mahihayin na kahit ayaw niyong maniwala on stage when I was younger. So I was more comfortable with coordinating, planning, etc. ng event. So yon. From there, it went forward. And thankfully, of course, when we build our network, and we satisfy our customers, of course, we get referrals, diba? And then tuloy-tuloy na from there. And then I put up eventually my own company. EIMAJ Events is the reverse of Jamie. So kaya siya EIMAJ. So EIMAJ. Actually, before that, I had a different name. But when I was registering, na-realize ko na yung ginagamit ko na name is actually may IPO siya. So to make things easier, I use the reverse of my name. Yon. That's how I started. Nakamute ka yata, Miss Janae.
I'm so sorry. Okay. Right. So that's a little trivia, no? So EIMAJ Events is actually the reverse of the name of Miss JV. Yeah. How exciting. So I like that your story is actually backed up with the years of experience, no? Parang it didn't just parang, okay, gusto ko ng wedding planner na ako agad. Parang ano siya, parang unti-unti siya na nadala ka papunta dyan sa kung nasaan ka ngayon. So, that's great. All these wonderful experiences. So, we have a question here, no? Which is in relation to what I mentioned on our topic, yung wedding planners and wedding coordinators. When you started out, did you understand right away what was the difference between the two? You know, like nung nagsisimula ka na, ano nga ba yung wedding planner? Ano nga ba yung wedding coordinator? Siguro sagutin muna natin yung question na what is the difference between wedding planner and wedding coordinator? And you can answer na, did you actually understand that na when you were starting out?
Yeah, oo. Magandang question. Kasi minsan, di ba, nakakalito. Actually, ang dami ng pangalan ng mga sa events ngayon. Meron tayong event manager. Di ba yung mga ganon? So at some point, we get confused on ano nga ba ito. Well, I think from the word itself, planner and coordinator, right? So planning, actually, every event starts with planning, right? So the initial role, I believe, of someone who's going to handle your event is to plan the wedding or plan the event itself. So definitely it starts with kung paano mag-umpisa really with how to gather all the suppliers. It's basically how you're going to guide your soon-to-be parang ikakasal na mga couple natin on how to begin everything. Yan. So, gather the suppliers, recommend how to start first, what should go first, etc. So, sequence. Now, pag coordinator naman, when you say wedding coordinator, from the definition itself, it would be the role or the task of linking the supplier and your clients or the soon-to-weds. And then it would be now being able to, for lack of a better term, coordinate. Nag-iisip ako ng mas magandang term for it. Be able to connect, yan, yung bawat isa to make sure that the flow is smooth. Ganon. So, kung ang question is, pwede bang maging planner ang coordinator and ang coordinator ay planner? Can be, because I think these roles merge if you are really going to handle the wedding from beginning to the end. Yan. But did I know the difference? Syempre hindi. Actually noon, parang kahit anong term pa yan, oo ka lang. Wedding planner ka ba? Oo. Wedding coordinator ka ba? Oo. There was no exact understanding nung una. And I think I like the fact that I was able to explore all aspects of event planning, organizing, coordinating, for me to be able to understand all the roles that are involved in coming up with a successful event.
Okay. Okay, so I think we're having a little bit of technical difficulty. The screen is flashing.
Yeah.
Nag-disco light siya dyan, di ba? Ikot-ikot siya. So, That's a wonderful explanation, no? So like the planner overall and then the coordinator, the one na nagko-connect, no? Parang ang dating is the execution. So you mentioned that at the beginning you didn't really understand it right away, no? Pero now, ganun. When you're there kasi that's the time that you really understand. Mayroon palang difference yon. Mas malawak pala yung coverage ng wedding planner kaysa sa ating wedding coordinator. Pero would you say, follow-up question ko doon, na would you say in a scale of 1 to 10, how important is a wedding coordinator?
10, 11.
Okay. Sige. How about a wedding planner?
Same
level. 10, 11.
Yeah.
Okay. Sige. So, here's a magandang question for everyone. What is the biggest misconception about wedding planners or coordinators? Okay. So, maganda mapag-usapan natin to, no? Kasi parang nasa isip nila na, yung wedding planner, ganito gagawin niya, ayan yung in charge sa ganito, ganyan. Tapos minsan parang, wait lang, hindi na sa under sa amin yan, di ba? So, ano yung mga common misconception and what is usually included if a couple will opt for a full wedding planning service? So, let's answer the first question first.
Yes. To answer that question, meron akong, I would say, funny story, no? There was a time then I didn't know the boundaries of what are my tasks as a wedding planner or coordinator. And again, through time, you understand that, okay, this is not part of my tasks. So it was just the same thing that I let my staff, my team understand so that they would know when, not really naman to say no, but to nicely explain to the client na this is not part of our task. My story for this is ganito. One time we were organizing and coordinating a wedding. So on the day na to, and one of the titas of the bride said to my staff, "Excuse me, pagtimpla mo ako ng kape." Number one, that is not a task of a wedding planner or coordinator. So I feel like there is a misconception in terms of, siya yung planner, siya yung coordinator, so she does everything. Yan. To the point of magpulot ng trash, mga ganon. Although, I have nothing against that. I feel like nasa service tayo. So for me, as a planner or coordinator, I understand the need for customer service and to help our clients. However, with the word itself, planner and coordinator, your planners and coordinators are your helpmates. So hindi rin naman sila boss ng event na nag-uutos sa mga fellow suppliers because, well, from the term fellow suppliers, parang we're all helping each other to have your event come together into your dream output or beyond the expectations. So I would say that one of the misconceptions is kapag planner coordinator, all around yan. Ultimo tigapunas ng sapatos, mga ganon. However, to clarify that, you're helping you be able to have a smooth flow of your event, of your wedding, and it's also important for us to know the boundaries of those tasks and also be able to work together para pag naintindihan natin yung pwedeng maging role ng ating planner or coordinator, we can leverage, 'di ba? Parang mas alam natin kung anong task ang pwede nating i-delegate or iasa sa ating planners and coordinators for them to make your event a success. Yan. So that's my answer number 1. Ayan, Miss Janae, Mike.
And okay, ano naman yung masasabi mo na generally part of the full planning? Yeah, yes. Medyo mahaba yung sagot na yan.
Correct.
Yes,
diba?
Medyo mahaba. Pero parang parang overview lang so that people will understand. Kasi mas mahal kasi yung charges, diba, ng full planning kaysa sa on-the-day coordination. So, yung mga baguhan, syempre yung mga brides natin, first time pa lang sila ikakasal, they're always like, bakit ang mahal? Parang, hindi, kaya ko naman yung gawin. Very typical. So, what would be an overview of what's included in a full planning?
Yes. Actually, maganda yan because there are a lot of our clients who ask or who sometimes opt for kahit on the day na lang kaya kasi kaya ko naman na yun gawin eh. And then, there are also instances where our clients take an on-the-day coordination. Maganda naman on the day, but looking back at all the stress they went through, they realize and say, sana pala nagpa-full coordination na lang kami. But, hindi mo na may babalik yung kasal, di ba? Because you already opted for an on-the-day coordination, which is still naman, if you are on a budget and you are confident that you're hands-on with the planning and everything, then go ahead, right? So, pag full coordination kasi, it covers a lot of tasks. Kumbaga, it begins from scratch. Yung kahit wala ka pang ka-idea, for example, especially for those who, I have clients who've never attended a wedding, or they've attended few weddings pero hindi nila pinakaialaman yung nitty-gritty of events. So they wouldn't think na, kailangan pa ba yan? Kailangan pa ba yan? Right? So number one, definitely your event planner will have a checklist for you ready, and you can check that off together, right? Meron ding service on helping you plan your budget. Sometimes when di ba, parang kasama yan sa inquiry, ano po yung budget natin? Because there are two ways for event planners to work around the budget. You either give them the budget and they tell you what fits your budget, right? Or they give you what they want to happen and you give them the budget involved kung ganito ang gusto nilang mangyari. Parang ganyan. And that is how basically, your wedding planners and coordinators can help you. Sa budgeting, maganda rin yan because they keep records for you. They keep track alongside your own tracking. So, very important din po talaga yan. And I guess, pag sinabi natin full coordination, full din yung pagtulong nilang sumalo ng stress of planning. And sometimes, di ba, nakakatawa siya na of course, when we think about weddings and marriage, we think about happiness because finally, mangyayari na yung the day that you were hoping and planning for. But you would always still hear some couples say, ang hirap pala magpakasal, no? Because, of course, they didn't know that to come up with that, maybe they attended yung parang bongga ang saya-saya na wedding na na-attendan nila before. Before you achieve that, you have to have a good planner and coordinator behind you, diba? Because aside from that, they would have a lot of suggestions, a lot of recommendations in terms of the suppliers they have already worked with. Okay? Ako personally, if I have worked with a certain supplier and maganda yung naging working relationship, they give discounts. Sometimes I pass on the same to my clients. Yan. And at the same time, for me personally, you get unlimited consultation for your wedding. Kahit may random question ka lang, what is a good color for my tablecloth? Ganon. You can ask that from your planner and coordinator actually. So, sa akin, malawak yung scope ng full coordination and it's really to your advantage because they can also do the canvassing for you. If you have certain suppliers that you are considering outside their recommended list of suppliers, they can go out of their list and also inquire dun sa mga supplier na yun for you, right? So, you don't have to go through all the trouble of isa-isahing mag-inquire, trying to follow up kung magre-reply ba sila sa inyo, etc., right? And they're also going to help you. Ito pa lang, planning pa lang yon, right? And then, the execution on the day, that's a different level of assistance again and organization of the event. So, mahaba siya. I would say when you get a planner coordinator, it's like a long relationship. I would say, no? Ako, a lot of my clients, they end up being my friends na rin. Tapos, nasusubaybayan ko na rin na, may baby na sila. Sometimes, they ask me to coordinate the first birthday because mahaba talaga yung pagdadaanan nyo together. They handle the stress with you.
Yeah! Ang ganda no? So, kung gusto nyo po ng mahabang relationship with Miss Jamie, You know what to do, okay? So, napakaganda niyan. In a full wedding planning, may kadamay ka, may karamay ka all throughout your wedding planning. So, paano naman, Miss Jamie, if a couple is on a budget and they chose to hire only an on-the-day coordination? So, ano naman yung included doon? Ano naman yung benefits that they will get in an on-the-day coordination service kung yun ang dinecide nilang kuhanin and not the full wedding planning?
Yes. For me, on the day coordination is still better than nothing. Okay. We also host, yan, si Miss Janae, and I also belong to an organization na may hosts. And we usually talk to each other kapag may event, and then syempre meron kami sarili mga hugot na, oh my golly, there is no coordinator today, so good luck to us. Yung mga ganun. Nararamdaman po yan ng ating mga supplier kasi wala pong nag-aasikaso sa kanila. Okay? But of course, your suppliers, hindi po nila papahalata yan. They'll try to wing it until they make it until the end of your event. But it's really a struggle. For on-the-day coordination, that's actually still advantageous for you, especially if you're on a budget but you still want a smooth flow of your wedding on the day. So, pag full on-the-day coordination, usually, you endorse what you have begun. But personally, ako, pagka binook ako for on-the-day coordination, I already asked them to begin just one consultation session. So I include that in my service. Just so, yes, you will be booking, di ba? Yung kapag on-the-day coordination, lahat ng booking, budgeting, coordinating with your suppliers, inquiring, etc., that's all on you. But at least consult first with the coordinator that you're going to book para dun sa on-the-day coordination na service. Para somehow, they'll still be able to help you on some aspects. Maybe make suggestions where you should start, or make suggestion na mas maganda po yata na kung hindi masyadong 45 minutes away from each other ang church and reception. Mga ganon. There are some things that we forget kapag hindi tayo nag-consult at all. Yan. But definitely the execution of all the planning and contacting suppliers will be on your end. But a week or two or a month before the wedding, you have endorsement sa on-the-day coordinator in terms of sino na yung mga supplier na na-book, where is the venue, preparation, etc. Like how did you imagine it to happen? So there's that endorsement. So ang next na niyan would be talagang on the day, right? So after you endorse that information and have one or two consultations with your coordinator on the day na sila dadating, of course, at the designated and agreed call time, and they will execute kung ano yung nandoon sa inyong, they will coordinate with your list of suppliers. And I believe kahit hindi sila ang nag-book niyan, they will do their best. We will do our best to coordinate kung sino yung talagang napagdesisyonan ninyo ng mga supplier. Yan. From the beginning of the day until the end of the day. So talagang, yun naman yung coverage ng ating service is to execute that and make sure it flows smoothly on that specific day. Yon.
Really wonderful answer. So para sa mga first time natin na guests dyan, no, na nanonood, and you're curious about on-the-day coordination, ayan, it's definitely an important team member to execute the plans that you have on the day of your wedding. So kung wala yun, yung mga tao lost. Ano na mangyayari? Asan na? Ano na? Ganito na. Malilate na tayo. Ganyan. Okay.
So, kung na-try mo na, Miss Jenny, I tried, syempre may times din naman na host lang ako and hindi ako nag-coordinate ng event. No? In-invite lang ako to host. And then, lalapitan ka ng, nung sa hotel. Kayo po ba yung coordinator? Saan po ba yung guest list? Yung parang nawawala lahat. Yeah. And I would say, I'm sorry, hindi po host po kasi ako. And then, yeah, to find out that there's no coordinator, medyo talaga people are panicking.
Yes, diba? So, you'll be surprised how much ease and efficiency having an on-the-day coordinator brings to you. And, syempre, isingit ko na agad. In Worldwide Weddings Expo Philippines, along with Miss Jamie, we have a lot of choices for you for different wedding planners or coordinators according to location, di ba? So, proud naman ako for Baguio. Baguio Wedding Experts! Represent! Ayan. Wala na kayong hahanapin ng iba pa. Si Miss Jamie lang. Hawak niya na ang lahat. Basta Baguio,
Hindi naman.
Miss Jamie. Ganyan. Kung hindi niya alam, hahanapin.
Yeah.
Yan.
I will definitely connect you.
Yes, with the right ones. Okay, so Miss Jamie, here in Worldwide Weddings, we want to make it as realistic as possible. So what we do is we bring in real brides and grooms. Oh, actually last week, parang yung gano'n namin, groom yon, tapos taga Paris pa siya, o di ba, international.
Oh.
So today naman, our guest is a bride. So she will be asking you questions and hopefully, matutulungan natin siya. Let's bring in our guest bride, Miss Jasmine Maranan.
Hello po.
Hi, Miss Jasmine.
Hello
Good
po.
evening, Miss
Hi.
Jasmine.
Good evening po, Miss Jamie and Miss Renee.
Yes, puro J tayo lahat, oh. Miss
Yeah.
Jasmine, why don't you tell us first, when are you planning to get married and where?
It got moved na po. So, but then the date is at this November 16. That's actually my parents' church wedding anniversary then. That's why I picked it out. And it's gonna be in Tagaytay po.
Wow, Tagaytay wedding. Okay, November 16. Okay, so Jasmine, you heard naman yung mga Q&A namin kaya ni Miss Jamie. So, do you have some questions for our wedding expert? Go ahead.
Yes po. I've learned a lot. And it really helped me po. So my first question is, Miss Jamie, what are your thoughts with wedding traditions that couples opt to skip despite the parents and the elders' constant reminder to do them?
Wait lang, siguro gawa natin ng example para mas anong klaseng wedding tradition yan? Ang
For
alam ko kasi,
example po,
sige, ikaw muna.
For example po kasi my parents are not here. They are abroad and I don't think that they can make it on time for the wedding because of the pandemic that is happening. So one wedding tradition that we may be skipping is what we call pamamanhikan or pulungan here in Batangas. And for me, it's like online na lang, to save time and effort din po. So for me, it's okay to skip it, but according to my parents, wag daw po. So I don't know how is that gonna happen at all.
Okay, shout out to mommy and daddy. You're watching.
Sa inyo.
Good evening. Ayan, okay. Ayun, babanggitin ko pa nga lang sana na ako kasi sa experience ko, yung maraming may mga wedding traditions is yung mga taga Batangas. Madami talaga. Hindi lang yan. Marami pang iba. Like yung may malagkit, yung may pulbo, yung may tumatagay, ganun yung mga iba't ibang klase mga tradition. So, sige, go ahead, Miss Jamie. What's your advice for our bride?
Alam mo, interesting yung question na yun because of course here in Baguio, sa Cordilleras, maraming tradition. Right? And of course, they're very big on respecting talaga yung elders. No? However, when my couple asks me, number one, ang first na tinatanong ko sa kanila is, ano talaga yung gusto nyo? Right? Number one, kayo naman kasi ang ikakasal. So, initially, I would always start with, ito pa talaga yung gusto nyo? Is this going to make you happy? Pag hindi nyo ba ito magagawa, masisira ba ang pamilya natin? Yung parang, to the point na, because, we have elders who are very insistent to the point na, wag nung itutuloy. Yung parang ganong level siya. Then, of course, I would always recommend for you to talk and explain why this certain tradition is not going to happen, right? Or you opted not to do it. I think wala namang hindi na idadaan sa tamang explanation and communication with the elders. For example, dito, there are instances where, of course, meron tayong mixed culture marriage. For example, sa culture na ito, hindi uso yung pasabit, yung magpin ng parang dun sa side ng groom, and no, parang, di ba? Paano natin ipag-meet ito? Elders ng kabila with the elders ng kabila, parang ganon. And I would always say, okay, so kayo muna, figure out together as a couple what you want to happen for your wedding, diba? And then once you're able to settle on that and you understand that you will do this for the good of everyone, diba? And then you go and talk to the elders, either the parents, or minsan kasi sa amin dito kahit grandparents, merong say sa wedding. So we'd always tell them to explain properly. And then eventually naman, they're able to figure it out. But still, I would go for what the couple feels is best for their wedding.
Very good. Walang hindi nadadaan sa usapan. Okay. And samahan na din natin ang dasal na sana lumambot ang puso nila at pumayag sila, ganyan. Okay. Go ahead, Jasmine. You have another question?
So my next question po is because I know this is a hard one because of the pandemic that is happening and we have to limit our guests. So how do I form a guest list?
Yes. Oo, actually, nung community event, napag-usapan din namin yan. At pinagsasabihan ko nga ang ating mga future bisita or yung mga bisita sana pero hindi na pala. Na wag sila magtatampo, right? On the bisita point of view, whether you're a relative or a close friend, o diba, bago ko sagutin yung tanong ni Miss Jasmine, sinasabi ko na ulit na let's be more understanding of the couple's struggle. Because I really understand kung gaano kasakit ang ulo ng ating mga couple on forming a guest list. Of course, sa akin, usually when I have my clients book with me, I give them a template. Actually, naka-Excel file yan. Binibigyan ko sila ng template, blank Excel file, for them to list down yung possible na guests nila. Of course, you always start with your closest family and friends, right? And I would always say, if you have to limit it, you really have to narrow down to the people na kapag nandun sila, it will add joy to your special day, right? Because we understand the Filipino culture. Marami tayong invitations, minsan yung tita ng tita, mga ganon, right? So, always narrow down to the most important people. And then, kung may space pa, and then add some more, right? And always naman, I would say, tell my couple, dapat equal kayo, or unless you agree na nagkataon naman kasi na in our area, mas maraming relatives si bride kasi tiga dito siya, yung mga ganon, it's okay if you come up with an agreement like that. But always make sure na it's balanced and narrow down to the most important people. Diba? Minsan kasi, for our couples out there, I understand how much we respect our parents na, gawin mong ninang si ganito, kahit na hindi natin sila exactly kilala, yung mga ganon. So, I would go down to, let's ask ourselves kung in-invite ko ba to, is he or she going to add joy to my special day? Would I look back remembering that this person came to my wedding? Mga ganon, right? And then, kapag kaganyan, you list it down, I would always recommend an Excel file, no? Kasi, di ba pwede natin siyang i-filter alphabetically? This is for you kung sakaling plano nyong mag-assign ng seats, kasi nauso yan, di ba? Like, okay, ano pong family name niya? Okay, you are on table 3. Ganon. So, for the convenience of both sides, your side and yung side din ng inyong coordinator who will be handling the registration, Excel file is recommendable para ma-alphabetize natin siya and they will be parang easy to locate kapag registration time na. Yon, that would be my recommendation. And then, Ayun, find out the limit of each table. 'Di ba? Yung ating dating 10 people capacity, 5 to 6 na lang per table ngayon. So, yan.
Yes, ang ganda ng sinabi. Hanapin kung ano yung magbe-bring ng joy. Naalala ko si Con Marie ba yun? Yung
Marie Kondo.
Spark
Yeah,
Joy. Marie Kondo.
Sparks
Marie
joy.
Kondo.
True.
Kaya yung Marie Kondo mo yung guest list mo, Jasmine.
Yes.
Spark Joy. So, wish na lang nila na kasama sila doon. Alright, so do you have one more question, Jasmine?
Yes po, the last
Okay,
question.
go ahead.
So my question, the last one is, how can I incorporate something special at the end of the ceremony?
Okay. At the end of the ceremony, as in like yung sa after nung kung Catholic to, at the end of the Mass, ganun ba siya?
Yes po.
Are we talking about yung paglabas ng church, yung kung anong mangyayari when you leave the church, or whatever location? I think it depends on the location. Number one, right? I remember before na umuso yung magpalipad ng balloons, right? Kapag ka nasa open area kayo kasi garden. However, because of the concerns on pollution, di ba, meron na tayong hesitation on that one. Umuso na rin yung, actually for me, ang pinaka maganda pa rin tignan is still the throwing of petals kahit traditional siya. Because number one, it's biodegradable, so it's still earth friendly. And sa pictures, ang ganda-ganda pa rin niya talagang tignan. Pero pwede naman siyang sabayan. I think kung nakita mo na siya, these days nauso na rin yung wands, right? Where may tela siya. Some add bells para may konting ingay siya. Mga ganyan. So, these are the things na we add at the end of the ceremony, especially kapag egress na, parang yung exit na from the main area. Parang ganon, right? There are actually a lot of options kung outdoor siya or garden because we have the smoke bomb, may mga ganon na tayo ngayon, smoke, yung colored, only if the area allows. Yon. Kasi, for example, pag sa church, somehow medyo limited tayo, di ba? Meron din tayo mga church who do not allow petal shower, or if you do petal shower, you should have a cleaner to clean it after, mga ganyan. So, kaya nauso yung wand natin kasi dadalhin lang yan ng guest natin, wala tayong naikalat sa ground. Yan. But yeah, we do have smoke bomb. Pagkagabi, we have sparklers. Ganon. Or, kung may balloon man, pwede pa rin naman yun eh. Except that we cannot let it go because of, avoiding the air pollution. Yun.
Ang dami! Nilista mo ba yung lahat, Jasmine? Ang daming options. Kailangan nyo lang maging creative. O, diba?
Yeah.
Pero shout out dun sa comment ng, taking care of the environment. Yeah. Kailangan nga natin i-consider yun. Yes. All right. Thank you so much, Miss Jasmine. Thank you, of course, Miss Jamie, for answering questions.
Thank you.
Anything else you want to say? No more? So, Jasmine, I hope that you are already signed up in our Worldwide Weddings Expo Philippines. Yes, great. Dahil doon, makakuha ka ng maraming discount. Sa iba't ibang mga suppliers. So, thank you so much, Miss Jasmine, for your time.
Thank you so much po. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Jasmine.
All right. So, I'm sure that our viewers may have more questions to our dear Miss Jamie. Or maybe you want to book Miss Jamie. Of course, you can connect with Miss Jamie by joining our community, our online community, that's WWPH community. So just click on the link bit.ly/WWPH community. You can join us and we will give you lots and lots of freebies. Ayan, and you can join yung mga community events yung kinuwento ni Miss Jamie kanina. So we have regular na mga talks and conversations. Okay, so Miss Jamie, any last words or words of advice para sa lahat ng ating mga soon-to-weds who are watching right now?
As a coordinator, I have one simple tip, and that is trust. Along with trusting your partner, sabi nga natin, this is a relationship, di ba? And it's very important for us to trust our coordinator, trust our suppliers. Because on your wedding day, kaya tayo nagkumuha ng coordinator is so that you can relax. But if you do not trust your coordinator, you'll end up supervising your own wedding and not getting your money's worth of actually getting a coordinator. Learn to relax, learn to let go, and enjoy your event. And the only way you can do that is to trust your coordinator and your suppliers.
Yes, well said, Miss Jamie. Thank you so much. And of course, to all of our viewers, Worldwide Weddings TV is definitely where you will learn every, di na pala siya Friday night, every every certain number of nights.
Right?
Ayan, ang dami na kasi nating wedding experts na pinifeature. So, Tuesday night, Friday night, and Saturday night. There you go. So, Tuesday night, Friday night, Saturday night, you will get to learn from different wedding experts. Thank you once again, Miss Jamie, all the way from Baguio of EIMAJ Events.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Ayan, naalala ko
Alright.
pala ang aking greeting na imbag na rabii. Ayan, ang good
Yes.
evening.
Okay, and so now, Miss Jamie, we now turn over our show to our game master kasi
Yay!
diba, siya yung lagi mapag-game. So dahil meron tayong raffle. Okay, so let's pass it on to you, MJ.
Hello, Miss Janae. Thank you so much. Ayun na nga, pinakilala na ako ni Miss Janae. I'm MJ and I will be the one na mag-aasikaso sa inyo here in the Wheel of Names. Imagine niyo yun, no? Natuto na kayo here in Worldwide Weddings TV and then mananalo pa kayo. You have a chance to win 150 pesos load from us. But before that, let us read some comments. Ang dami-dami nating nanonood for tonight. We have Diane commenting much events. Ayan po ang pangalan ng company ni Miss Jamie, EIMAJ Events. We also have here someone watching from, ayan, yung mami ko supportive, oh. Shout out natin yung mami ko. Hi, mommy! Hi from Linoy family. And we have someone from Caloocan, La Crimosa Gimo. And of course, ayan, hi, Shane! Good evening, watching from Rizal. Hello, Miss Jamielyn, ang pretty. Oo nga nahiya ako, ang haggard ko tonight. We also have people from Hong Kong. Hi, Miss Rowena Bon Garote, watching from Hong Kong. And alam ko, excited na kayong manalo. So, ilabas na natin yung ating wheel para makita na natin who will win 150 pesos load sa ating mga viewer, sharer, and commenter for tonight. And let's have that wheel spinning. Yeah, sino kaya? Sana yung nanay ko, Char. May bias. And the winner is Lacrimosa! Ayan, kaka-shoutout ko lang sa kanya. Congratulations, Lacrimosa Gimo. You just won yourself 150 pesos load from Worldwide Weddings TV. And ang ganda-ganda ng discussion natin for tonight. We learned so much from Miss Jamielyn. And see you next time. Back to you, Miss Janae.
Congratulations! Ayan, 150 pesos load just by watching. Okay, so we will see you next week. Thank you for everyone who watched Worldwide Weddings TV. We'll see you again on the next episode of Worldwide Weddings TV. Let's all watch this.